Good day, YouTube. It's like the 29th of November, 2021. And this is my shop truck, my 66 F100 with its 57L can pop-up camper. Yep, this checks all the boxes for an F100 camper special, which made me decide to do a little something different with this truck when I got it. You can see the spring pack on this with factory overloads is a little bit more than you typically see on a F100. We have it jacked up today because we got to put a trailer hitch on this thing. I need to be able to tow stuff. Little trailer, yes, occasionally even car trailer. I think it'd be fun to go do a revival on some old Ford with another old Ford. So let me show you what I'm working with. This, my friends, is a trailer hitch for a late model Dodge Dakota. My father-in-law purchased this hitch for his Dodge Dakota, and when he went to put it on, he realized that he was only like one small part away from having a hitch. He just needed to order this piece because it was already under his truck, evidently. So he did that, and so this arrived, and he didn't need it. It was still in a box for like 2 years, and I didn't know he had it. And I was telling him I need to find a hitch so I can make work on my truck. He said, well, come get this thing because it's totally in his way. So I did. So this is far from a perfect hitch for my 66. However, the price was right, and it's going to give me a little project. So I've set it up there. It's going to need extensive modifications to make work. I kind of like this is coming out a bit, and I can use a short stinger here. It'll get it beyond the tailgate anyway. So I think we're okay with what we've got. Here's the plan. I need to take some metal out of this thing and tighten it up a little bit. So this thing is 38.5 inch from here to here, and my truck is 34 inch to the outside of the frame rail. So I got to take 4.5 inches out of this. So I've got 2 1/4 coming out here and 2 1/4 on the other side. So I'm just going to death wheel that and cut that out. And then this is way too much drop for my frame, so I've got a line right there. I'm going to buzz that off. So we'll cut this section out. A piece of 2-inch box steel would fit inside of here, and I actually have a piece. It's buried at the bottom of my pile of steel, and I was just too darn lazy to unstack all that and get that piece out of there and cut it. So I'm going to use 2 pieces of 1x2 box steel to go inside of this. So I'm going to cut this out, cut about a 5-inch piece, 2 5-inch pieces for each side actually, so a total of 4. We'll stack them up inside there. We'll V these out and then weld, nice and hot all the way through. So we'll have this inside of here. So that is the plan. So I'm going to get to grinding this stuff out, death wheeling it into pieces. Unless I think it'll work on my saw. Yeah, it probably will. Probably going to use that. I hadn't thought this thing through, but I think it'll fit on there. As long as I can get this thing fit on there without falling off, it'd be good. So let me get to cutting, then we'll get to welding, then we'll get to cutting, then we'll get to drilling, and then hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow, we'll have a hitch on the truck. In the meantime, I got to order a couple things on Amazon, the trailer light connector and so forth, a bracket probably. Let's get that stuff coming too while I'm thinking about it, and let's move forward on the hitch. I'll check back with you And I got something to show you. Well, here we go, guys and gals. We got this thing ready to weld. I'm not going to do it tonight because I don't like to weld before I leave. So I like to be here for an hour or so after welding or cutting or stuff. So, yep, got those 2 pieces of steel in there. I'm going to have to clamp that like that. I put a piece of steel underneath it to get everything nice and square. I'm going to crank the welder up, and I've got those V'd out just a little bit anyway, and I'll burn all the way through and all the way down to that steel. And then we'll pad weld over that. So it'll be stronger than the steel alone, I feel. So I got those ends cut off. So yeah, it was a lot of cutting and grinding. We got it this far, that's good. Obviously I got this thing for free, so I'm willing to put the effort into it. And I kind of like working with steel a little bit. So let's adjourn for today. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll weld this, and then we'll see about drilling some holes in the side here. There is a couple holes in the frame that we'll reuse and drill the appropriate hole in the hitch. And we'll drill another hole or 2. We'll get some appropriate hardware and go from there, guys. See you tomorrow. Alright, gang, it is the next day. I did get this welded. What do you think? And I didn't really get the penetration I was hoping for. Those pieces of steel I put in, I think, are useless. I had my welder all the way up. Wide open. It's just a 155 amp machine, but yeah, I turn that back down so I don't start there. I just didn't get the penetration all the way through. I know I got it all the way through, but I didn't get all the way through and then into the steel underneath. So I should have used the inverter arc welder instead. I might have got a little bit deeper, but you know, it's super, super strong, and I not worried about it at all. I trust my welds as good as I trust theirs, so I think we're good to go. So now I got to fit this in there and mark some holes and start drilling these plates and all that good fun stuff. I am kind of working part-time here for a month or 3. And I do got to work tomorrow, so I'll rejoin you guys in a couple of days when I get back on this project, and we'll get this thing fit in there, and we'll have a trailer hitch. Right on. Well, gang, the hitch is installed. I saved you the hours of drilling. Yeah, it's not much fun. You don't have good access for drilling holes, but I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but I didn't find it. And the frame over on the driver's side had a really hard spot on one of the holes. Have you ever run across that? I think I ate 5 drill bits and took better part of an hour to drill that top hole. I bought 1/2 inch grade 8 bolts for everything, but that top hole I couldn't get it all the way through. So I ended up with a 7/16 grade 8 bolt in there, but let me tell you, she's solid as a rock. So anyway, we're going to end the video on building the hitch. I am just wiring it up. Right now I went and pulled the pigtail loose from the rear of the truck. It's just along the frame in there. Can you see it? Where I unplugged it? And pulled it out here where I could work on it. This is kind of how I do it. I strip the wires out, 1/4 inch or so, and then just take new wire. I'll ring these out so I don't care what color they are. I wrap it around and round and round the wire so I don't cut those apart. I simply strip the insulation off of it, wrap the wires around, and then solder them. So they're soldered, they're ready to tape up. I'll put the new harness with it. We'll shove it back in through the insulated hole right there. There's 2 cross members that this will go through. I'll tape these up separately. I cut a ground off of my mount right there, the 1/2 inch bolt, put a big lug on it. We'll tape these up and bring them out here for my trailer connector. I ordered a couple of them on Amazon. I got to put a hitch on the step van. I've got another big heavy duty hitch to put on that. Not looking forward to it either, but you know, I got to have hitches on these things. I got trailers to tow. Anyway, I got 2 trailer connectors coming. We'll get those things mounted. I'll just use the RV7 blade style. And got mounts coming, everything like that. So anyway, hopefully this one shows up tomorrow. But the wires will all be ready for it. We'll be good to go. Yeah, it looks a little goofy with it coming out like this, but A, it was free. B, I'm planning a roll pan on this, you know, which will come out to here. This is, the license plate's pretty much kind of temporary on there with a piece of aluminum angle, but that thing reflects pretty good with a little light on it. So if you kind of look from side to side, you can see what will be sticking out of the roll pan. About like yay. Okay, so the other things that are happening here, which y'all may not understand, but you know, this is my Alcan camper. It's a pop-up camper, 1957, one of 2 that exists in the world that we know of. If I drop the tailgate down, I have access to it. What I would like to do is build a rack on this that I can haul things, mount the propane tank, a water jug, like a gray water jug, things like that. So having this thing sticking out a little bit doesn't bother me. I also have idea to make a step on it. There's just some different things that I have idea. This thing needs to come out anyway. I'm going to need an extension beyond that. Let's just live with that. It'll be fine. It can be replaced one day if I ever don't want it, but for my purposes, it'll be fine. Let's let her stick out. It's not a show truck by any stretch of the imagination. But we are going to have fun with it, and we are going to do a little urban camping or something like that. Gang, we're rattling, but the hitch is done. I'm happy with it. It's bolted in. It's solid as heck, and it's nice to have a hitch on a shop truck because I got lots of trailers that need a towing, and maybe we got a vehicle or 2 to go rescue, or, you know, you just find one, then drag it out of the woods or out of a barn somewhere and do a revival or something. So we'll have a means to haul something home. That'll be fun. Gang, thanks for watching the video. Appreciate the comments. We'll try to get back to you, all your comments. Thumbs up on the way out the door if you wouldn't mind, please. And we'll see you guys on the next video, okay?